Welcome to the 4th episode of Mario Kart Origins. This retrospective series will be going over every Mario Kart game, meaning that it won't only cover the mainline games, but the arcade games tour and home circuit as well. And in this episode we'll be taking a look at one of the most unique games in the entire series, Mario Kart Double Dash. This is the only Mario Kart game that has not one but 2 players per kart, and because of this, we're gonna need another Mario Kart aficionado for this episode of Mario Kart Origins. They say slow and steady wins the race. So let's take our time to give a big welcome to the one and only Mankalor.
Hey everybody, Mankalor here, fellow Mario Kart content creator. If it's got Mario Kart in the title, you'll find it on my channel.
Great to have you here, Mankalor. Before getting into the game, let's go over a bit of history of the development of it.
Originally, Mario Kart Double Dash was shown off at E3 2001 under the name Mario Kart for Nintendo GameCube. We can see here that it uses Mario and Luigi Smash Bros. Melee models, and the most obvious thing here is that they're driving solo. We'll call this early version of the game Mario Kart Single Dash. The game was formerly revealed as Mario Kart Double Dash at E3 2003. As we can see, not much changed from the final game. There were also some quality of life improvements, such as the game running at a faster speed. One character cut early in development was Donkey Kong Jr. He would later be replaced by Diddy Kong. Now Donkey Kong Jr. is still visible within the crowd of Waluigi Stadium, but it wouldn't be until 2020 where we could play as him in Mario Kart Tour, albeit in a much thinner way.
I must admit, it's been a while since I played Mario Kart Double Dash, but I do have fond memories playing it. Has it held up well? Time to find out. The roster in Double Dash is unlike any other Mario Kart roster, and that's because of the fact that it's the only Mario Kart game to have more newcomers than veterans. This game consists of the 8 veterans from Mario Kart 64, but because characters now need a racing partner, characters that are now mainstays made their Mario Kart debut in this game. Peach got Daisy, Yoshi got Birdo, Wario got Waluigi, Donkey Kong got Diddy Kong, Bowser got Bowser Jr., and most notably, Toad got Toadette. This was her first appearance ever, and she has recently become a staple of the Mario series. I firmly believe Toadsworth could have easily been Toad's partner, but I like Toadette, so I don't mind. Donkey Kong Jr. might have gotten snuffed, but Koopa did make a return. But then you got even more newcomers as well. Baby Mario and Luigi, Koopa Paratroopa, King Boo, and yes, Petey Piranha in all his gargantuan glory. This brings a total to 20 characters, and none of them are filler characters or feel out of place. While I do think Koopa Paratroopa could have been replaced with a Goomba or a Hammer Brother, I don't have resentment towards him. Not to mention you can choose 2 characters at once, bringing the combinations you can make to a whopping 190. Imagine double karts in a game with a huge roster like Mario Kart Tour. That would be amazing. I love the roster here.
Mario Kart Double Dash deviates quite a lot from the other Mario Kart games. For example, you can't drag your item behind you, but you can drive Toad behind you. Yet it still feels like Mario Kart because of all the chaotic action. You've got the classic items, a bunch of brand new ones to add to the mix, and all the drivers you would expect in Mario Kart. And a bunch of wacky, colorful courses. If I had to sum up the gameplay with one word, it would be madness.
The gameplay of Mario Kart Double Dash is unlike any other Mario Kart game. The 2 characters per kart mechanic isn't just a cosmetic feature, it's a crucial part of the gameplay. The way this works is that one player will drive, and the other will throw items. The way you swap characters in this game is by hitting the Z button on the GameCube controller. At first glance, it seems like a glorified version of the way items work in most Mario Kart games. Have an item, and then have another in reserve. But the way Double Dash becomes more strategic than any other Mario Kart is with the introduction of character-specific items. Each character has their own specific item, each with their own ability, and while some of them are better than others, the random nature of Mario Kart doesn't make any of them feel overpowered. It's just a matter of what items you like to use. If you're less skilled, you'd probably want to throw in a baby with the chain chomp, but if you want to cause some havoc, why not choose Bowser or Bowser Jr. for the Bowser Shell? Characters actually matter beyond being your favorite, and it's something that should have been a staple in every following game. Though unfortunately, only the first 2 arcade games in Tour have special items for characters. So far we've seen a higher emphasis on strategy than ever before. But how about the controls? Before playing Mario Kart 8, I had no problem playing Double Dash, but going back into the game, the controls are a lot more sensitive than you would expect. The best way I can describe them is loose. If you're used to the somewhat magnetic controls of Mario Kart 8, they may take some time to get used to. Drifting, however, feels good. This is the first time it controls the way it should, and I have no complaints about it. Last episode we went over Mario Kart Super Circuit. That game had an astonishing 40 tracks, and even with half being from Super Mario Kart, most of the new tracks were fantastic. Double Dash, however, has less than half of that with only 16 tracks. I will admit, it's disappointing, but you know the old saying, quality over quantity. Although Super Circuit managed to have quality and quantity, so I guess it doesn't really apply here. Okay, how about we look at this at face value? Better? Although Double Dash might not have that many tracks, I honestly like every track in the game. There were some tracks like Vanilla Lake 1 from Super and Wario Stadium from 64, which I absolutely detested, but here, I really like all the tracks. There's always something new and most tracks are memorable. You have Dino Dino Jungle, which takes place in a prehistoric jungle, Baby Park, which takes you through a hectic 8-lap course around the theme park, Daisy Cruiser, which takes you around a cruise ship, and Wario Coliseum, where you're driving around a massive track with tons of loop, turns, and twists. Why wasn't that track in Mario Kart 8 is beyond me, but the track selection here is great. What are your thoughts on the tracks, Mankalor?
It's quite easy to forget that these earlier Mario Kart games did not have as many tracks as the newer ones. Despite this, every track in the game is memorable. Take Baby Park for example. It's a simple oval, which you think it might be lazy design, but it really works, and it's by far the most chaotic and most memorable track in the series. There's even Wario Coliseum, which is the exact opposite of Baby Park. Really long, goes in all sorts of directions, and arguably more difficult than Rainbow Road. And just as crazy. Whether it be the music or track design, you'll remember these tracks many years later.
I'm gonna be blunt, the presentation of Mario Kart Double Dash is fantastic. This was the first Mario Kart to use 3D models for the characters, and nearly 20 years later, the game still looks great. All the characters look on point, and despite the relatively low poly count, the characters are expressive, animated, and all look great. The tracks themselves are also great to look at and varied in themes, and even if the theme is similar, something is always done to differentiate the tracks. Mushroom Bridge and Mushroom City are both highway tracks, but one takes place on a standard highway during the day, while the other takes place in a big city at night. The music, however, isn't as great as I would like it to be. What's here is good, but too many tracks share the same theme. For the circuit tracks, I get it, but there's no reason why Dino Dino Jungle and DK Mountain share the same theme. What do you think about the presentation here, Mankalor?
Looking back at the graphics, the models are a little bit blocky, but the art style more than makes up for it and holds up pretty well all these years later. Most objects have eyes and bob around, there's a nice lens flare from the sun, which also has eyes, and in the distance of all these tracks, you can see landmarks from other tracks. That adds a lot of world building to this game. There's a lot of charm in this art style. Now for the music, oh, this is a really good soundtrack. My personal favorites are Sherbet Land and Rainbow Road. These are the types of songs I listen to while working on stuff.
The amount of content in Mario Kart Double Dash is typical for Mario Kart. We got the Grand Prix time trials and battle modes still exclusive to multiplayer, but there are a few other modes as well, which we'll get into in a bit. This is the first Mario Kart where you can unlock characters and carts via the Grand Prix. Mostly carts, but there are 2 pairs of unlockable characters. There's even an all-cup tour taking you through every track. I must admit, I haven't played much of the multiplayer in other modes. Mankalor, however, has had a ton of experience with the game, even playing a mode that seems like a pipe dream to play today. Why don't you tell him about it, Mankalor?
My experience as multiplayer in this game is probably not much different than everybody else's. I mainly played with my friends and family, and there was quite a lot of screaming when someone got hit by a Bowser shell on the last ramp of Waluigi Stadium. We mainly played races, but on the rare occasions when we did play battle mode like Balloon Battle and Shine Thief, it was a blast. And it was even a literal blast with Bob-omb Blast. I'm very surprised the game can handle all those bombs being thrown and all these explosions, especially in 4-player split screen. Now one mode I never got to play when I was younger, and has caught my interest when coming back to this game, is LAN mode. In LAN mode, you can connect 2 to 8 Nintendo GameCubes using the Nintendo GameCube broadband adapter. The mode supports 2 to 16 players, 2 players per cart. You can play races, Balloon Battle, and Shine Thief, but unfortunately not Bob-omb Blast. I guess the game couldn't handle 8 players throwing bombs at each other. There are quite a few customization options, but unfortunately you can't choose your driver and cart. Everyone is given a random combination at the beginning of every match. Despite that blemish in the LAN mode, it's quite a magical experience to get so many people playing the same game at once. Now if you want to play LAN mode with actual hardware, then good luck finding that because it's quite rare and expensive. If you can emulate Mario Kart Double Dash, I would highly recommend doing that, because there are tutorials out there for how to do that. If you have a strong enough computer, you can run multiple Dolphin emulators, put each of those on different monitors, and there you have it, you have a LAN party.
So far we've gone over the entirety of Mario Kart Double Dash. The roster is fantastic, the gameplay is great, the tracks are great despite there not being that many, presentation remains solid, and there's a good amount of content. So what's the verdict? Remember how I said in the first episode that there are Mario Kart games I will go back to even with more recent entries? This is one of them. Despite some of the shortcomings like the overly sensitive controls and lack of variety in music, the positives really outweigh the negatives here. Not to mention there's no other Mario Kart like it. It's the only one with 2 characters per cart, and the only mainline one with special items. It's a blast going back to, and it remains one of my favorite Mario Kart games. How do you feel about the overall game, Mankalor?
Overall, Mario Kart Double Dash is my favorite Mario Kart game. I absolutely loved playing it when it was new, and revisiting it, it still holds up well, and becomes even more fun when you throw mods on it. I love breaking the item system, like increasing the Battle Shell limit, purely random items that gives everybody all items in all positions, and doing all of that in land mode. In conclusion, it's the game I have the most fun revisiting.
So there you have it. Here are our thoughts on Mario Kart Double Dash.
Thanks so much for having me on your channel, Jamich. It was quite a lot of fun to reminisce about my favorite Mario Kart game. If you want to see more Nintendo and Mario Kart discussions, be sure to subscribe to Jamich, and if you want to see even more Mario Kart content, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. See you all next time.
Stay tuned because on November 7th, I'll be covering the first Mario Kart spin-off, Mario Kart Arcade GP. So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments and keep calm and da-da on.